Hi friends, today we learn about relation between zeros and coefficient, and we will also learn about how to get quadratic polynomial or cubic polynomial if sum of zeros and multiplication of zeros are given. So our first topic is relation between zeros and coefficient. So first of all, I start with the linear polynomial. I already discussed these things in first video, that is introduction of polynomials. So what is linear polynomial? A linear polynomial is represented by ax plus b. This is the standard form of a linear polynomial because its degree is equals to 1. That means highest power of variable. Degree is 1. That's why it is called linear polynomial. If we want to find out zeros of linear polynomial, okay, then we can write p of x is equals to ax plus b. Now what is the definition of zeros? It gives value of x. For that, value of p of x becomes 0, right? So if I put 0 in place of p of x, then from this equation, if I find x, then definitely this value is the zeros of polynomial, because if we put this value, then obviously we can get p of x is equals to 0. So now find out x from here, then transfer b to the left hand side. So plus b comes to the left hand side, it becomes minus b is equals to ax. Now ax, that means multiplication between a and x. Now transfer a to the left hand side. So what you get? So in left hand side minus b, here a is in multiplication with x, so it goes through the division. So minus b by a is equals to x. This value of x is the zeros of polynomial. Okay. Again, if you want to check, then in p of x, ax plus b, put this value. That means p in place of x minus b by a. So here a multiply minus b by a plus b. So your a cut, then the remaining thing is minus b plus b. Minus b plus b 0. Okay. It means that for this value, that means minus b by a, your p of x becomes 0. That's why it is called zeros of polynomial. So this is the method of finding out the zeros of polynomial. Put 0 in place of p of x, then find the value of x. Okay, so you get for linear polynomial minus b by a. So what is your minus b and a? Minus sign, first of all minus sign is there, then b means your constant term. B means your constant term, right? And a means coefficient of x. Okay, b is your constant term and a is your coefficient of x. So that I already written here, minus b by a is equals to minus b, it means constant term, and a means coefficient of x. Okay. In linear polynomial only one zero is there, so we cannot get addition of 0 and multiplication of zeros, right? Because only one zero is there. Now let's move forward. Second thing, quadratic polynomial. First of all, standard form of quadratic polynomial, it is ax square plus bx plus c. Here degree of polynomial is equals to 2, highest power of variable, so that's why it is called quadratic polynomial. In quadratic polynomial, degree is equals to 2, so we can get two number of zeros, right? That two number of zeros we can find by using this formula. First zeros minus b plus under root d divided by 2a, and second zero minus b minus under root d by 2a. Okay, so our name of first zero is alpha and name of second zero is equals to beta, so we cannot get confused. Okay, so alpha and beta is nothing but it is a value of x. For that, p of x is equals to 0. That means zeros of polynomial. Okay, so we define two zeros by alpha and beta. Now difference between these two formula is only one thing, here plus sign and here minus sign is there. And second thing, for that d, I already written the formula of d is equals to b square minus 4ac. Okay, so first of all we find d, that means d is equals to b square minus 4ac, then we can use this formula. But in chapter number 2 we only use one method, and that is middle term splitting. But we can also use this method, but this method we learn in chapter number 4, quadratic equation. Okay, so right now we do not use this method, we use method of middle term splitting, that I explain you in next video. Okay, first of all we can find a, b and c from here. A means coefficient of x square, right? X square coefficient a. B means coefficient of x, and c is constant term. Okay, but while we are writing a, but whenever we are writing a, b and c, at that time we write with the sign. Means suppose if polynomial is 2x square minus 3x plus 5, then what is value of a? It is coefficient of x square, that means 2. Second thing, b, coefficient of x is 3, but we write with the sign, that means minus 3. Okay, and c is our constant term, it is 5. Okay, so in this way we can get a, b and c by comparing with standard form of quadratic polynomial. Okay, then relation between zeros and coefficient. So in that two things is there, sum of 0 and product of 0. Sum of zeros means addition of our two zeros. Our two zeros is alpha and beta, so alpha plus beta, that means sum of zeros. The formula is minus b by a. Minus b by a, alpha plus beta is equals to minus b by a. Now b means coefficient of x, a means coefficient of x square. Second formula, product of zeros. Product of zeros, that means alpha into beta. Our two zeros is alpha and beta, so multiplication of alpha and beta is alpha into beta is equals to c by a. Product of zeros formula is equals to c by a, that means constant term, and divided by coefficient of x square. So without finding out zeros, we can directly find sum of zeros and product of zeros by using this formula, because ABC we already know. Okay, because a quadratic polynomial is given, then we can find a, b and c. So directly we can find sum of zeros and product of zeros without finding out zeros. Okay, then Just think about this formula. Alpha plus beta is equals to minus b by a. Why? Because I already write two formulas for alpha and beta. Now how this becomes our alpha and beta, that I will explain you in chapter number 4, because you need to learn about completing the square method, discriminant D method. Okay, that I will explain you later. Now add these two formula, alpha plus beta, right? Now alpha and beta is here, so I am directly writing addition, and in division, in both the formula alpha and beta, 2a is there. That means no need to take LCM, so I am directly writing 2a here, and I add the numerator minus b plus under root d, and second thing minus b minus under root d. Okay, so under root d cut. Now minus b and minus b, so minus minus plus, so b plus b, that means 2b divided by 2a, and if we talk about sign, then both b have minus sign, so I am putting here minus sign. Then 2 cut. So finally what we get, that is minus b by a. This is the formula of alpha plus beta. Okay. Then alpha into beta. In alpha into beta, you need to multiply this two bracket. Okay. So first of all, I am writing denominator, that is 2a multiply 2a, 4a square. Now in numerator, first term plus second term, first term minus second term, because minus b our first term and under root d is our second term, and in between, in one bracket plus sign is there, and in second bracket minus sign is there. So we know one formula for that, if you remember, x plus y, x minus y is equals to x square minus y square. That means first term square minus second term square. So use this formula here. So first term square minus b square plus b square, then negative sign, and second term square under root d square, only d. Okay. Now d is equals to b square minus 4ac. So this b square as it is, and in place of d I am writing b square minus 4ac divided by 4a square as it is, right? Now open this bracket. So my here minus, sorry, minus minus, it becomes plus, means b square minus b square, and then minus minus plus 4ac divided by 4a square. So b square cut. So finally what we get, that is 4ac divided by 4a square, then 4 cut, 1a cut. So finally we get our c by a, right? So two formulas we need to learn here. Alpha plus beta is equals to minus b by a, and alpha into beta is equals to c by a. Just try to understand this formula and try to remember this formula. Alpha plus beta, sum of zeros minus b by a, product of zeros, alpha into beta is equals to c by a. Next, it is for cubic polynomial. Now in textbook it is written that cubic polynomial is not for the examination, it is not used for the examination point of view. Okay, so in exam cubic polynomial cannot be asked, but if suppose examiner asks the question about cubic polynomial, for that we learn about these things. But in textbook a notice is given cubic polynomial is not for the examination point of view. Okay, but then even we understand this. So cubic polynomials, first of all, standard form, that is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, in that degree is 3, that's why it is called cubic polynomial. Then in sequentially it can write x cube, x square, x and constant term, x cube, x square, x and constant term. So in cubic polynomial we can get 3 zeros, and the name of the zeros alpha, beta and gamma. Third thing is gamma. Okay, alpha, beta and gamma. So this is the value of x, for that p of x becomes 0. That's why it is called zeros of polynomial. Then three things is there, sum of zeros. First of all, alpha plus beta plus gamma. Okay, sum of zeros means addition. So formula is same as we use in quadratic polynomial, minus b by a. Okay, so b, that means coefficient of x square, and a means coefficient of x cube, and minus sign is there, sorry. Then sum of product of two zeros. Now three zeros we have, alpha, beta and gamma. So first of all multiply alpha gamma, beta gamma and alpha and beta, then add these three things. It is alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma and alpha. Formula is c by a. C by a. C means coefficient of x, a means coefficient of x cube. Okay, then product of zeros. Product of zeros means multiplication of all these three zeros, alpha, beta and gamma. Formula is minus d by a. Okay, d means constant term, a means coefficient of x cube. Now if you remember this sequence, that means sum of zeros, then sum and multiplication, and then product of zeros, then you can remember this formula easily. That means alternately write down b, c and d in sequence, divide by a, then minus, plus, minus. This is the formula, right? Again, if you remember the sequence, sum of 0, then sum and product and only product, then your sequence of formula is b, c and d, divide a, and for sign minus, plus and minus. Okay, so your sum of zeros minus b by a, alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha c by a, and alpha into beta into gamma, that means product of zeros minus d by a. How can we find quadratic polynomial if sum of zeros and product of zeros is given? So in this case, alpha plus beta is given and alpha into beta is given, means sum of zeros and product of zeros are given. Then we can find quadratic polynomial directly by using this formula. Formula is p of x is equals to x square minus sign alpha plus beta x and alpha into beta. Okay, so here no need to put value of x, you just only need to put value of alpha plus beta and alpha into beta. Okay, suppose if sum of zeros, that means alpha plus beta is equals to 2, and alpha into beta is equals to 4. Then what is your quadratic polynomial? You can directly write p of x is equals to x square, then minus sign as per the formula, then value of alpha plus beta, it is 2, and multiply with x, then formula is plus alpha into beta, so plus sign and alpha into beta 4. Okay, this is one example. Now why these things happen? So just write down the formula x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha into beta, and put the value of alpha plus beta and alpha into beta. Alpha plus beta, it means minus b by a. Alpha into beta, it means c by a. Okay, minus sign is as per the formula, then alpha plus beta is again minus b by a, so I am writing in bracket minus b by a x plus alpha into beta, that means c by a. Okay, then take the LCM. So this a multiply with the x square, that's why it becomes ax square minus minus plus b into x. A is already in denominator, then plus c. Okay, so just take the LCM, ax square plus bx plus c by a. Now in denominator a is there, a is constant value, so I can write like this, ax square plus bx plus c, means divide a I write here separately, then I give 1 by a to one another constant k. Okay, because a is constant, we can give one another constant for 1 by a, it is k. Okay, so you can finally get the equation like this, and this is our standard form of quadratic polynomial. So our standard form of quadratic polynomial we can get by this equation, by this formula. Okay, similarly we can get cubic polynomial, and in quadratic polynomial one another thing, what is the standard form? That is ax square bx plus c. Now divide by a, so I'm writing divide by a cut, right? Now here plus b by a, in place of I am writing minus and minus b by a, because minus minus plus, so I can write like this, and plus c by a. So this is so by this way we can also get this equation, x square minus b by a means alpha plus beta, c by a it means alpha into beta, product of zeros. Okay, then cubic polynomial. If for the cubic polynomial sum of zeros, that means alpha plus beta plus gamma is given, and sum of product of zeros, that means alpha into beta plus beta into alpha plus alpha into gamma is given, and product of zeros, that means alpha into beta into gamma is given, then we can find the cubic polynomial by using this formula. Okay, now put the value of these three things, that means x cube as it is, alpha plus beta plus gamma, we already learned it, minus b by a, then alpha into beta plus beta into gamma plus alpha into gamma, it is c by a, and at last alpha beta into gamma, it is equals to minus d by a. Okay, then take LCM. So our LCM is a, that's why I'm writing a here, and in numerator this a is multiplied with x cube, that's why ax cube, then minus minus plus b plus c as it is, minus minus plus d. Okay, so finally we get ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, and in denominator divided by a. Again, I can write denominator separately, and I am taking 1 by a is equals to another constant k. Okay, so I am writing, so I already written here k in bracket ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, and this is the standard form of cubic polynomial. Okay, same way like a quadratic polynomial, we also get this formula by using this standard form. Okay, so just write down the standard form. That means ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, and divide this standard form by a, because in all the formula, if we see in denominator, there is a present. Okay, so a cancel, so x cube, then in place of b by a, but in our formula it is minus b by a, so we just need to write like this, minus and minus b by a, so it becomes plus. Okay, then c by a as it is, because in formula it is also same like c by a, but again in place of d by a we need to write minus and minus d by a, because in formula it is minus d by a. Okay, so what we get here, a cut, so we get x cube, then here we write minus minus b by a, so this is the formula of alpha plus beta plus gamma, x square as it is. Then in place of c by a, now c by ax, so in place of c by a I am writing alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma, and at last minus minus d by a I am writing minus alpha into beta into gamma. So in this way we can also get cubic polynomial. Okay, so in both the polynomial, means quadratic polynomial and cubic polynomial, if a quadratic polynomial asked, then alpha plus beta is given in the equation and alpha into beta is given in the equation. Okay, and if cubic polynomial is asked, then these three things is given in the question. Okay, students, please like my video and also subscribe my channel and share this video with standard 10 English medium students. Thank you.